Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing you a way to play standards on the piano for solo piano. I think when people have started out learning jazz piano, maybe from a book or something, they learn about chords and things like that. And often they don't really explain how to actually put chords in a melody together for solo piano. I think a lot of books are focused on more kind of like trio playing, where you have this kind of chord in the left hand and you play your melody in the right. They tend not to focus so much on solo piano playing. So I'm going to show you a simple method to get started with that. We're going to be looking at the standard All of Me, which if you've got a copy of the real book, it should be in there. It's in most real books I've seen, and it's quite a simple one to get started with. So yeah, I'll play you a little bit of what it's going to sound like, and then I'll break it down and into the separate elements and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so nothing too complicated, but it's a great place to start. So yeah, let's break it down and I'll show you what I was doing there. So first of all, we're going to start with this kind of walking bass line. The bass line is, we're going to be playing a minim bass line or half note bass line, depending on where you're from. And the only notes we're playing are roots, fifths and octaves of each chord, and nothing else. Later on we can start to embellish that a bit, but to start with, just roots, fifths and octaves of each chord. So our first chord, the C6, so we're just going to play that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're moving up to our E7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then A7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then our D minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically, yeah, you just go through the whole form, just doing that: roots, fifths, and octaves in minims or half notes. Little mention about towards the end of the form, there's an F sharp diminished chord. If you have a diminished chord, you want to be playing the flat fifth in the bass line, because a diminished chord has a flat fifth in it. You don't want to be playing the normal fifth with a diminished chord like that. Same if you have a half diminished or minor 7 flat 5, so like E half diminished, like that, you'd want to play the flat 5 in the bass line. Other than that though, you just play the normal fifth. So if it's a major 7, minor 7, dominant 7, just the normal fifth. So for practice, you just want to be able to go through the whole form of the song like this until it feels easy, just doing this, just roots, fifths, octaves, until you can play that without any gaps in between each chord. And that's our bass line. Not the most exciting thing, but it's a great place to start. Once you're comfortable with that, then we're going to start adding the melody on top. So make sure you learn the melody first. Once you know the melody, then we're just going to put that on top of our bass line. And again, get that to a point where it's really comfortable and easy before we move on to the next step. And the final step is we're going to add, we've got bass line, we've got melody, we don't have any harmony in there at the moment, so that's the last thing we want to add. So we're going to start adding some chords in. We're just going to start with, we're going to add chord stabs around the melody. So like this. Like that. Another thing you can do is make the chord part of the melody. So like on strong beats of the bar, like say our first melody note, and we can play the rest of the chord underneath that. So like that. So we're playing a C6 with the melody note on top. And then here we could do so we're making the chord part of the melody. Your ears will always hear the top note of a chord as the melody. So as long as you've got your melody note on the top of the chord, you will still hear the melody. Like that. So it's a combination of playing chords with the melody and then adding sort of rhythmic kind of chord stabs in there as well. And that's all there is to it. A few different elements there to practice, but that'll get you to a position where you can kind of play through tunes in the real book decently, with kind of rhythm, chords, melody, all of that thrown in, so you can perform them on solo piano. Pick one tune to start with until you get really good with that. Don't sort of rush through lots of tunes doing this. It's much better to get really comfortable with all what's going on with just one tune. So yeah, I hope that was helpful to someone, and I hope you have fun practicing that. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like or a comment and subscribe, and thanks very much for watching.